Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It is 10:15 Mountain Time on Monday, December the 18th. We're going to be doing predictions today for Tuesday, December the 19th for every sign. Then we're going to be doing 5 minutes of Reiki and then free-for-all questions after that. So let's just get started with signs. Oh, by the way, if you have not checked out my sales videos, check out what kind of sales I have. These are for gift giving sales. So you can buy one service and get the second one at half off. You can buy a couple of services as gifts for somebody else and get one service at no charge. So buy two, get one free. Or you can buy 3 services and get 2 for free, just to help with gift giving this season. Faye Fit, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room, my dear. You may want to refresh your screen. She's saying she can't see anything here. Hey there, striving. Glad to see you, my dear. Can you see me? Can you hear me today? You can see now. Okay, awesome. Faye Fit can now see. So let's pull a card of the day for Ms. Faye Fit. Let's see what comes up for you. Cards of the day are very current events. Usually they've happened within the past 24 hours. Sometimes they're still coming up, but usually they've happened within the past 24 hours. And that's something Spirit would like you to be more aware of than what you would have been otherwise. Yay, awesome. Glad to hear it's striving. Okay, so let's see what comes up for Ms. Faye. Okay, honey, I got the Journey in reverse. The Journey in reverse is just telling me that there is somebody. Is this you or somebody else? Faye, there's something going on in your life that I think that you know that it would be good for you to make some changes, or at least one kind of big change. And you are not doing that for whatever reason. I don't know if you're scared to do that, if you just don't know what's going to happen after you do that. It's like you know you need to, but something's holding you back. Does that make sense to you, my dear? Striving, you're up next. Excuse me. Striving. Uh-oh. What do you need to change? Gemini Croft Baker, good morning. What did you get yesterday? You got at the tower or something? That's not a reading, honey. That's just a glimpse. Emily, oh, Fim, hello. Well, I'm glad you're catching me live. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Okay, we're going to pull a card for striving. I am doing well. We're going to find out what'll be today's card right now. Ah, you have another lovely card. Basically, you got the same exact card as Faye. That's why I'm like sitting here processing this. Definitely we have some similar energies in the universe. So you got the Death card in reverse. Obviously, it's from a different deck, but Death card in reverse. This just means that striving, just like Faye, there's something that you need to change, and you know you need to change it, but for whatever reason, you're not doing it. You're afraid of making that change, I guess. Let go of the relationship. Ah, I got you, Faye. Good morning, little ODD. Hey, that is wild. That's wild how that happened. Okay, so that was striving. Next, we have Gemini Croft Baker. Let me get you a card. Oh, Demetria is in the room. Hello. Glad to see you. Could be yours too. Similar energies in the universe. Striving. I know striving. You're a Pisces. Faye Fit. What sign are you? It's so wild. You guys got this basically the same card. Okay, so this is for Gemma. Gemma, Gemma. Gemma, Gemma. Gemma Croft Baker. Gemma. You have the Eight of Cups in reverse, my dear. Eight of Cups in reverse just means that there was a situation in your life that you did walk away from because you realized that it was just draining you. And now, for whatever reason, you're walking back into that situation. I hope you're not expecting it to continue draining you. I hope you have a reason to think things are going to be different. But walking back into that situation, does that make sense for you, Ms. Gemma? You're Aries, okay. So Aries and Pisces, you guys are right next door to each other. Water sign and fire sign. That's interesting that you guys got the same card. All right, so let's see. Emily Ophium, you're up next. Let's get you a card for the day, my dear. Yep, we all put our pants on the same way, don't we? One leg at a time. Emily Ophium. Let's see what we have coming up for our card of the day from Ms. Emily. La da dee da 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 da, la da 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 da. Ms. Emily. Okay. I've got another 8 card, not the same as the last one. 1:21 a.m. Wow. 10:22 a.m. here. Let's see. Emily Ophium. 8 of Swords is what's coming up for you, my dear. 8 of Swords is just telling me that you're feeling like you're in a situation where you feel stuck. You don't know how to move forward with that situation. Trying to find better light. It's a little bit more contrast there. Now, there's a key to the 8 of Swords card, though, because the key with this is that whatever that situation is you're feeling stuck in, you're really not as stuck as you think you are. I know that sounds like, what? Basically, what that means is your perspective is keeping you stuck. If you can look at the situation from a different perspective, then all of a sudden you'll be able to walk free. Easy peasy. Okay, so that's for you, Ms. Emily. Does that make sense? Emily only said one thing. I'm not sure if she's still in the room even. Demetria, you're up next, my dear. Demetria. And then Tiffany James. Hello, hello. Demetria, for you, I'm going to be practicing with my Lenormand just to keep things kind of interesting and keep me on my toes. It sure does? Okay. Cool. Thanks for the verification and good luck getting that different perspective and getting yourself broke free. Who am I doing this? This is for Demetria. I had to remind myself. Demetria's couple of Lenormand cards coming up. For those of you who understand Lenormand, you'll know what I'm doing. For those of you who have never worked with Lenormand, you won't. Don't worry about it. Just trust me. That's a scary word, isn't it? Trust. So let's see. I'm going to pull a house card for you, Demetria. That's going to tell us kind of what we're talking about. And then we're going to pull a cover card to get a little bit more detail. Lenormand, you never read just one card at a time. They're designed to be read as the relationship between 2 cards. So you're reading card relationships. House card, you've got the birds. And your cover card, Demetria, you've got the garden. Okay, now I got to tell you, I think this is really interesting. The first thing that struck me when I'm looking at these 2 cards, I don't know that I've ever pulled them together. Check out. Looks like there's 2 big bird cages there. All right, but Demetria, this really talks to me about people talking about you, gossip or your reputation, word that's being spread around about you in public places, that there's a lot of chatter in public places about you. Now, public places can be places like Facebook, Twitter, those types of things. This can also be texting back and forth. This could be you texting back and forth between other people that helps you to get your reputation out there in a way that you want it to be. Or this can be other people, you know, texting back and forth about you. But there's some chatter about you today is the bottom line. Somewhere there is chatter about you, and these are messages of the day. So they've happened within the past 24 hours usually, and if not, then they will be within the next 24 hours. So that's what I've got for Ms. Demetria. I hope that makes sense for you. Fatima, glad to see you back in here. Too much in your head about everything. Well, you've got some air in you too. An earth sign too much in your head. You've got some air in your chart somewhere. So that was Demetria. Little ODD. You're at bat, my dear. You're up next. Little ODD. What do we have for you? You're quite welcome, Demetria. Glad it makes sense for you. Little ODD. La da 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 da. Little ODD. Nice cards you got here. Okay, so little ODD, you pulled the star card. It's actually the pole star in this deck. This just tells me that you are following your inner intuition or your inner leading, your gut instinct along your way. And you're doing really well at following that track. You're following the guidance of your inner self or your highest self. It's a really good card to get. It's like a confirmation of, yes, you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. Libra rising. That's why you're in your head. Oh my gosh. I have a friend that's full out Libra. Talk about, in her head. So that was little ODD. Who's next? Tiffany James is next. Tiffany James. You're quite welcome. Tiffany James. Tiffany James, Tiffany James, Tiffany James. Tammy Bambi. Hey, hey, glad to see you in the room, honey. Tiffany's card right here. Tiffany. Okay, sweetie. You got the King of Pentacles showing up in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse for Miss Tiffany James. Tiffany, I think you're feeling broke. You're feeling like you have spent way too much money, and it is time to shut it down. And if it's not about money, yeah, I'm going to say it's about money. I think that's about money, Miss Tiffany. Does that sound about right? Let's see. Who else was in here after Tiffany? Emily, we got Fatima. Fatima, you're up next. Okay, cool. Be safe on your driving. Let's see. What did I say we're doing? We're doing Fatima right now. Card for Fatima today. Fatima. Okay, Ms. Fatima. What we have coming up for you, my dear, is the Nine of Clubs. Nine of Clubs is just telling me that you are getting prepared for something. This can be that you're getting prepared to make a presentation at work. You could be getting prepared to go on vacation. But putting some things in order and getting prepared, getting all your stuff together, tying up loose ends, preparing. That's the bottom line. La da 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 da. Oh, let's see. Anybody else? Tammy Bambi. We have not done Tammy Bambi. Only spending what's left in my account on essentials. I hear you, Tiffany. Oh, that's awesome. Cool that this came up on your lunch break. You must be on the East Coast, huh? Okay, so let's see. Fatima, you're getting ready. Awesome. Thank you for the verification. Alrighty, so Tammy Bambi. What do we have for you? What kind of work do you do, Tiffany James? Now I have a picture of you at work, and I'm trying to go, what kind of work place is she sitting in for her lunch? Tammy Bambi. You're in Cleveland. Yep. Okay. I think that might be Central Time. Tammy Bambi. Okay, let's see about your card. Here we go. Alrighty. Ms. Tammy, you have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This just means that there's somebody that you've been being very generous to, either with money, with effort, with energy, with time, one of your resources, maybe more than one. And now you've realized that whatever it was that you were hoping to accomplish by being generous with this person is not happening. So you're just like, shh, that's enough of that. You're cutting off that generosity. Does that make sense to you, Ms. Tammy? By the way, cards of the day usually have happened within the past 24 hours. Every once in a while, they're still waiting to happen within the next 24 hours. Oh, very cool, Tiffany James. That seems like that could be pretty satisfying. Okay, let's take a peek at Aries. I thought I was going to sneak Aries out before anybody came in today, but that did not happen. Yours makes sense? Uh-oh. Who did you cut off? Aries for December the 19th. What do we have coming up here? Ribbons and bows. Ribbons and bows. A lot of you Aries are going to be wrapping Christmas presents or unwrapping Christmas presents. Ribbons and bows are kind of the themes. Also, for some of you, you are going to be making sure that you've got appropriate Christmas outfits for your kids. Some of you are going to be totally cutifying up your little kids or your little grandkids. So you're going to be working on outfits. Ribbons and bows is the theme for Aries on Tuesday. There is Ricky Jorgensen. Hello, hello, hello. All right, let's do a card for Ms. Ricky. Ricky, I'm going to use the Lenormand on you because I like to practice on them. I don't use Lenormand in my pro readings, at least not usually. Once in a while, Spirit will nudge me to use them. But I still consider myself a learner on these. So it's fun that you guys come in and be guinea pigs for me. So Ricky's Lenormand cards. We're going to start with a house card, then we're going to do a cover card. Right, Tiffany? Kids are usually pretty pure. It's only by the time we get to be adults that we kind of get a little bit of wackadoodle stuff going on. Ricky, your house card is the garden card. And your cover card, oh, thank you, Ricky. And your cover card is the sun card. So Ricky just shared this video. Thank you very much to everybody who shares the videos. Okay, so your cover card is the sun, your house card is the garden. All right, so basically this just means, lots of different things this could mean. Let me feel through here. Ricky, I think that there's some kind of public to do that you're going to, maybe some kind of public celebration, but something that is joyous. And I don't, this is not like just something with the family. This is something that includes other people as well. That's what I've got coming up for you. Ah, they think you're the 24/7 babysitter. Ouch. I used to have a situation like that. Good job, Tammy. Yeah, I used to have a situation like that. I'm glad I'm not there anymore. Taurus. Let's see. Taurus for December the 19th, Tuesday. What do I have coming in for you? Taurus, I feel like there's some kind of lucky change of power around you. So this may be at work. This may be that you have a new boss, or that maybe it's not your boss, but maybe it's like another layer or two up. But there's somebody coming into power and there's somebody going out of power. And as this new person comes into power, I think this is going to work out in a lucky way for you over the long term. And they may be coming into power on Tuesday. The other thing that this could be, it doesn't have to be at work. This could be something going on in a personal or a family situation where maybe someone has made all the decisions about a certain thing, and now maybe you're being allowed to make decisions about that certain thing, or somebody else in the family is, that you see more eye to eye with the way that they make decisions. Either way, there's some kind of power change that's coming in for you, Taurus, and I feel like whatever this power change is, wherever it's playing out for you, this is actually going to work out well for you. For some of you, you will be taking the reins of the power, and for others of you, it's just going to be changing. You're still not the person in control, but you're going to be happier with the new person in control. I hear you, Ricky. It is fun. This card totally talks about fun. The sun in the garden is a fun combination. All right, Gemini, let's look at you guys for Tuesday, the 19th. Gemini, what I'm hearing for you is twist the knob or turn the knob. Where my intention is being drawn is to that doorknob that's just over my shoulder here. And Spirit is just drawing my attention right there and saying, twist the knob or turn the knob for you, Geminis. So this is telling me that there's something there's an opportunity that's waiting for you, but you have to initiate. You have to initiate this opportunity. So you have to say to somebody, hey, I've got this book that I've started writing, and I think that maybe your company would be interested in publishing it. You have to initiate that. When you have to twist the knob or turn the knob, this is not somebody coming to you and saying, you just look like you would be writing a fantastic book. I bet you would. Can you show me what you have for my company? That's not going to happen. So there's some kind of opportunity that's out there, whether it's writing a book or not. I'm sure that's going to apply to somebody because it came in so strongly, but I'm sure there's also going to be other opportunities for a lot of you out there, Geminis. And so it's up to you to take that initiative to get that actually rolling and started. And so for you, Tuesday, the message is turn the knob, twist the knob, take that initiative, get things rolling. Okay, for those of you who have not shared so far, please share so that everybody can get in on this while it's still live, because it's always more fun while it's live. Cancer, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, for Tuesday the 19th. What do I have showing up for you guys? Cancers, I feel like you are really coloring your world on Tuesday. And when I say coloring your world, I think that there are a lot of things around you that are happening that could be taken in a very ambiguous way. And so you're just kind of deciding how you're going to look at those things. So, an example of this, I used to have a friend that used to always talk about trust. And he used to always say, I trust people until they prove to me beyond a shadow of a doubt that I should not trust them. And so this is kind of the type of thing that I'm seeing. Like you're deciding, okay, this in this situation, I really don't know what's going on here. This could go 2 or 3 different ways as far as what's actually happening here. And you're deciding how you're going to take it. Some of you Cancers are going to be deciding, you know what, I'm going to look at this in the best light possible and give as much leeway as I can to the people in my life. And others of you are going to be like, no, I'm going to go on past track record, which is not so good, and I'm just going to assume the worst. But whatever way you're going with this, I feel like it's you really coloring in your experience and coloring in your life and deciding how to look at things, because there's not a very clear-cut way to look at the things that are happening in your life. They can be really confusing. These could be interactions with a significant other or another family member, or these could be interactions that are going on at work that are very confusing. Maybe you're getting mixed signals or mixed messages from the other people involved. So you're just deciding, you know what, I'm going to flow with it this way, and I'm going to handle it. I'm going to make my decisions based on the assumption that this is how things are going down. That's what I feel like you guys are doing. That is a hard thing to do. I actually had a lot of admiration for that person. And he did live up to what he said. He's not here anymore. He's crossed over. But he did live up to that. He trusted you until you put it right in his face that you shouldn't. There you go, Tiffany. Mixed messages. Yeah, those are always fun. Not. Leo, let's look at you guys for December the 19th. Leo, 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 Leo. Leo's, you have the strangest thing coming in. It feels to me like you're doing something that feels satisfying to you. And you're doing this, whatever this is, repetitively, like over and over and over and over. At the same time that it feels satisfying to you, I think you're getting a little bit frustrated that it's so repetitive. Like you're like, this was good about the first 300 times, but now I might like to do something a little different. So it's interesting that it's coming up as satisfying and that it's coming up as so repetitive. You're also restless about it too. So whatever this is that you're doing that's satisfying, I think that you want to tweak it. You want to adjust it. You want to make it a little bit different so that you can be on your toes, so that you're not so bored doing whatever this thing is that's also satisfying. Kind of interesting. Interesting thing there. Floral 90. Hello, hello. Welcome. Glad to see you in the room. Excuse me, guys. Back to work. Okay. Have a great day, Tiffany. Let's see. Floral 90. Let's get a card for you, my dear. La da dee da. La da dee da. Didi Gayen. Hello, hello. Glad to see you in the room, sweetheart. Happy birthday, Floral. Yay. If I trusted my voice a little bit more, I would sing you the birthday song. But instead, let's do this. Let's see here. Let's get rid of the commercial first. Blah, blah, blah. It won't be quiet. I picked the wrong version, apparently.
For anybody in the audience who's got a birthday today, happy birthday to you.
There you go, Floral. Hello there, Allie. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. Let's pull you a card of the day. We gotta have fun, right? Okay, Floral's card of the day. Okay, honey. Let me make this be quiet now. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, so Floral, here is your card. You got the Page of Vessels. This is telling me that you're going back and forth between things today. I think that the water signifies emotion and the land signifies things that are tangible and that feel good. I think this is like the perfect birthday card, actually. This talks about things happening that make you feel good emotionally. And also this can be about, appreciating the tangible things around you, maybe even getting gifts. So it's a perfect birthday card, actually. Thank you, Striving. I appreciate that. Alrighty, who else came in? Somebody else came in. Allie came in. Let's do a card for Miss Allie. It is a great card. And the old-fashioned meaning of this, or the traditional meaning of this, just means that you're going to hear from people about how much they care about you. So that's the other meaning that comes off of it. All right, so we're doing this card for Allie, though. Ms. Allie, Prince of Pentacles, you are being careful with that budget right now. You're making sure it's doing everything you need it to do. Taking your time with your financial decisions. All right, let's look at Virgo for Tuesday, December the 19th. What do I have coming in for you guys? Virgo is what I'm seeing as blue light. Not like the Kmart blue light special. I think you guys are going to be enjoying Christmas lights, or I'm also seeing lights like under a car. You know how sometimes there's like the blue lights under a car. There's something about blue light coming in for you Virgos. For some of you, we're talking about the blue flame, which is more of a spiritual thing that you're going to be utilizing and appreciating the blue flame. For others of you, you're going to be out looking at Christmas lights or putting up Christmas lights, or just enjoying some kind of blue light somewhere, vehicle related or otherwise. It's an interesting one, Virgo. I'm feeling like for the majority of you, well, maybe for like 50% of you, this is more of a spiritual thing about the blue light. Natalia, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my dear? Let's get a card for Natalia. La da 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 da, da 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 da, la da 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 da. By the way, guys, don't forget I do have sales right now. If you're still doing gift giving, if you buy one of my services, either a reading or a Reiki session as a gift for somebody else, then you get a second one at half off. If you buy two, you get one free, and if you buy three, you get two free. So if you're interested in anything like that, just go to my website, get my contact information, and let me know. My website is www.amista.info. Okay, so Natalia's card of the day. Ooh, Three of Swords. Natalia, I'm sorry. This just means sometime within the past 24 hours, probably, or within the next 24 hours if you haven't seen it already, something's happening that is it's hurting your heart. Doesn't have to be a big deal. It can be something that's a little bit smaller, but it is something that definitely had you feeling some emotions that are not so happiness making. Alrighty, let's look at Libra. Does that make sense for you, Natalia? Libra for Tuesday the 19th. Tuesday the 19th for Libra. Libras, I think a lot of you are going to be decorating something, whether it's decorating your home, decorating a workspace at your office, decorating a present, decorating a project. I think that you're going to be involved in decorating something. You do not have to be the primary responsible person for these decorations, but I do believe you're going to be involved somehow. You're quite welcome, Natalia. Thank you for the verification. I'm sorry. All right, let's look at Scorpio for Tuesday the 19th. Ha ha. Okay, so here's what I'm hearing for Scorpio. We three kings of Orient are bearing gifts, we traverse afar. Now, I'm not a big singer, so I'm not going to go into the whole song. That's actually what I heard, though. So, Scorpios, we are going to be delivering gifts on Tuesday. Delivering gifts. Pretty cut and dried. Sagittarius, you're up next. Sagittarius, December the 19th. Sagittarius, something has completed for you and you're feeling peaceful. You're just like so glad it's over. That big sigh that I let out while I was feeling into you guys, that was how you guys are feeling, like, now I can relax. I don't know if you organized the Christmas party at work or what happened there, but something has happened and now you're ready to relax, Sagittarius. Nothing you can't handle. There you go, Natalia. Chin up. Okay, everybody who's here, if you have not shared already, please share. We've only got 3 more signs before we do Reiki, and I like to have as many people in here for Reiki as possible so that if they have questions, they can ask those questions while I'm here. So please share if you haven't already. I do appreciate it. Capricorn, let's look at you guys for Tuesday the 19th. Capricorns in general, I feel like you guys are going to be paying attention to that budget. I think some of you are going to be like working out the checkbook and realizing, I guess we don't have to work out the checkbook in this day and age. Looking at that account balance and going, I might could have gotten a little bit carried away. I think it's time to pull things back in check here. So trying to be less impulsive with your money, trying to do more planning. Oh goodness, excuse me. Trying to do more planning with your money is what I have coming up for you guys, Capricorns. Aquarius, Tuesday the 19th. Aquarius, I think you're going to have a huge change of perspective on Tuesday. I'm hearing blinded by the light. And I'm thinking of the story of Saul in the Bible, who later became Paul, who was like, I forget if he got struck by lightning or if lightning struck and he just had so much light. Anyway, he was blind for a while. And then after a while, he could see and he became Paul. But he had a major shift in perspective. He had been like somebody who persecuted Jesus, and then next thing you know, he's this total gung-ho believer. I think that you're going to have a major shift in perspective about something on Tuesday, Aquarius, and I think it's going to be a big deal. I think it's going to throw you, and I think it's going to throw the people around you whenever you have this change in perspective. It doesn't have to be about Jesus. That's just the first story that came into my mind whenever I was hearing that. But, you know, it's definitely something that's important, and it's huge. I think for a lot of you, this is going to be playing out in a relationship area of your life. Doesn't have to be intimate relationship, but some kind of relationship you're going to be really changing your perspective on. Gertrude Glenn, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you. Yeah, Capricorn is already taken care of, actually. Let me go ahead and pull you at least a card of the day, though, my dear. You can always scroll back and hear Capricorn later. You're quite welcome, Tammy. Gertrude Glenn. Gertrude, glad to see you here. I don't think I've seen you in here. Welcome. Gertrude's card of the day. A card of the day is just a very current situation, something that probably happened within the past 24 hours. If not the past 24 hours, be looking for it within the next 24 hours. It is something that Spirit would like you to be more aware of than what you would have been otherwise. So, Ms. Gertrude, what you got is the Six of Swords. Look how peaceful that person is on the swan. The Six of Swords is just telling me that there's something that was negative that was holding you back that you are moving away from. You may not know exactly what you're moving towards, but you're moving away from this negative influence. This could have been as simple as a negative thought pattern that you have within yourself, all the way up to a toxic relationship, a work situation, all kinds of ways that this can play out. But this does show you moving away from something that was dragging you down or holding you back, whether it was something that was inside of yourself or something exterior. Does that make sense for you, my dear? Alrighty. Driving. If you're driving, don't be typing. You're going to have me all worrying about you. Stop that. Okay, Pisces for December the 19th. What do we have? Trying to interpret your message. Pisces, there's a lot here to do with self-care for you on Tuesday. I'm feeling like you are learning how to support yourself emotionally without having to rely on some kind of external source, or at least you're making progress in that on Tuesday. I mean, that's kind of a long lesson to learn. I don't know that we can learn that all in one day. But for those of you who have been working on that, you're making progress. And those of you who are just starting, you're making progress. And maybe some of you are just getting there. But anyway, really learning to be self-sufficient as far as emotionally supporting. Isn't that interesting? Doesn't make sense to you, but you think it will soon. Here's what usually happens, Gertrude, is like after you guys sign off, then you realize, oh, I know what she's talking about. But sometimes it really hasn't happened, and then it comes up within the next 24 hours. Usually it is in the past. Tiffany Jones, glad to see you here, my dear. Let me go ahead and get a card out for you. We're going to do a Lenormand combination for you because I like practicing with them. Normally, I don't use these during my pro readings, but since I'm just doing this for fun, we're going to do that. We're going to experiment a little bit. Okay, so Lenormand, I'm going to pull you a house card, and then I'll pull you a cover card. House card will just tell us kind of generally what we're talking about, and the cover card will give us more specific details. Sure, striving. That's what they all say. Alrighty. You're quite welcome, Gertrude. Okay, so this is for Tiffany Jones. Tiffany, your house card is the fish. And your cover card is the man. Okay, so there's a few ways that fish can play out. Fish can be about prosperity and abundance, like remember multiplying the loaves and the fishes from the Bible. Fish can also be about deep feelings, because look how much water's in the card. This can be about emotions. And fish can also be about somebody who drinks like a fish. All right, so when we've got this as the house card, we've got a few different directions that this can go in. So then we want to look at the cover card to figure out, okay, what's actually happening. So our cover card is the man. I think he's kind of a hot man too, actually. But anyway, besides that, so this can be a man who's an alcoholic that's showing up in your life, Tiffany Jones. That would be like the least happy interpretation of this. This can also be a wealthy man that's showing up in your experience, Miss Tiffany. And the other thing is that this can be a man who has deep feelings. And then there can be any combination of that too. Like this can be an alcoholic who has deep feelings, or an alcoholic who has a lot of money, or all three. Or this can be a wealthy man who has deep feelings, who is not an alcoholic. But anyway, there's a few different ways that that can show up. Definitely it has to do with a man. He's either got deep feelings and alcohol addiction, or lots of money. And that is why I'm practicing on those. So I hope one of those makes sense for you, Ms. Tiffany. All right, so that's everybody. Let's go ahead and do some Reiki. I'm going to set the Reiki intention for whatever is best for each of you that are here. If you have something specific that you would like the Reiki to help you with, then feel free to adjust that intention. We're going to do Reiki for 5 minutes, and then after that will be free for all questions. So let's start with the Reiki. All right, so we'll do Reiki till 7 after. Well, with those two cards, it doesn't say whether it's deep feelings for you or not. It just says that they're deep feelings. I think that with this person, if this is what it is somebody with deep feelings, a man with deep feelings, I don't think you'll have a hard time telling what those feelings are about. Patty E, hello, hello. Glad to see you here, honey. You just came in just in time for Reiki. We just got that going. We've got about 4 more minutes left. For those of you who haven't had Reiki before, if you're feeling different sensations in your body, that's kind of normal. If you're not, don't worry about it. It's okay too. If your emotions are changing as we're doing the Reiki, that sometimes happens as well. So it's all a part of the healing process. Yep. Remind me and I'll pull you a card after I get done doing Reiki, honey. Because then we'll still be doing free for all questions. I can pull you a card in there. So if you guys are noticing any particular feelings in a particular part of your body, if you want to pop that into the chat, I can give you some ideas about what kind of energy that's going to be shifting for you and where you can expect to see changes in your life, just in general. Feeling a lot of energy going out to somebody's knee, for sure. I think it's their right knee, actually. There's a lot of energy going out to a lot of different places, but for somebody, the knee is the dominant thing. We've also got a lot of energy going into that crown chakra and that third eye, which has to do with connection with sacred spirit and also with interpreting your intuitive messages as they come in. Got a lot of energy going into feet. Feet have to do with finding our direction in life. Sometimes with just finding our direction for the day, even. A lot of energy going into base chakra too. That has to do with our money, our financial status, our job, our work, our home, our family situation, things that make us feel secure. Lower back there, yeah. So that's going to be either helping with a literal lower back issue, or that would probably be like your sacral chakra, which has to do with how you experience things in a tangible way. You know, like, is food good? Do things smell pretty? Do things look nice? You know, you've got your legs going on, Gertrude Glenn. So if you don't have a medical reason for your legs going on, then that's going to be more about moving forward in life and being flexible and moving forward in life. I have had somebody before that really felt the energy in their legs, and it was because they had worked out the day before or 2 days before and really overdone it. So the Reiki was going in, like, healing all that up. So the Reiki can be about very immediate, tangible, medical type stuff. And then sometimes it's about really deep stuff. I always look for the physical thing that it could be helping first, and then the more symbolic thing. Red and green. So red is base chakra, green is that heart chakra. I notice that if I stand up to somebody that I have a hard time standing up to, my lower back will start hurting. And I think it really is tied to the idea that, you know, do you have a backbone, as the saying goes? Sometimes when you don't have a backbone and you try to use your backbone, it kind of hurts it. Your feet, that has to do with direction, what direction you're going in life. Even what direction you're going just for the day or for the week, but setting your direction. So if you have energy changing around your feet, you should expect that your direction may change. Your direction in life might change. Okay, so let's wrap that up. Free for all questions. By the way, all of you, if you have never experienced a full session of Reiki before where you have 60 minutes coming at you that is coming straight to you and not being shared around between all kinds of other people, I would highly recommend get with me, because I do offer one free session of Reiki just so you can experience that. So go ahead and get a hold of me and let's get that scheduled. Your body was pulsing, but now you're calm. That is a pretty wild one. I'm not sure what that means when your whole body is pulsing, but now you're calm. It's really icy cold. There's some negative energy being released and healed up then. Okay, free for all questions for 5 minutes. I'm going to be here till 14 after the hour. This is your time. This is your chance. Throw your questions at me. Is there a job coming for you in 2018? Floral, this is kind of weird, but I'm thinking there's a few jobs coming for you in 2018. I'm not sure if you work multiple jobs or if you're going to be like job hopping. This feels to me like you may be working multiple jobs because I'm feeling like at least one of them is part-time. Remind me what cards I drew for you and what you want to know about them. By when, Tammy? I'm hearing yes and no, Gertrude. So I'm not sure what condition it is that you have, but I'm feeling like part of it is going to go away soon and the rest of it is going to linger quite a bit longer, is the words that they're giving me. Oh, you got the garden and the sun. And what do you want to know about that? I think that job that I was seeing, that first one, is coming up in March, like the beginning of March. In the next 6 months. Will Tamby Bambi be moving in the next 6 months? No, but I think you'll be on the verge of it by the time 6 months are up. So I would say about 8 months out from now is when I would expect that you'll be moving. Like really moving. What kind of event? Well, with the garden and the sun, it's a happy event and it's a public event. With those two cards, I really don't know why, but it is the time for holiday celebrations. That's the first thing that I would lean towards. It's some kind of celebration. Could be a birthday party, could be a family thing. But it's going to be something that's out in public. So even if it's a family thing, this would be like your family going to a restaurant. Because the garden talks about public places. The sun talks about happiness. It can also talk about secrets coming to light, but that's not what I was feeling about this. This is talking about some kind of celebratory event. Ah, you have hives. Well, if parts going away and parts staying, it may be that the hives themselves are going away, but you might have to do the treatment for a while. I'm just kind of guessing there. All I can tell you is whenever I was feeling around about it, they said yes and no. Is there a message for Patty that you need to hear? Go low. I hope you know what that means. You're quite welcome, Tammy. You're quite welcome, Ricky. Patty, I hope you know what that means whenever Spirit says go low. I don't know if you're bidding on a house or if you're just trying to keep from getting punched. Duck, go low. Yeah, just sit back and let it happen, Ricky. It's gonna, it's gonna happen either way, whether you put your brain in overtime or not. The only way that really things don't happen is if something shifts the energy. If somebody has a change of free will and that shifts the energy. But usually, if you've got a good psychic in front of you, then they're going to be right about 85% of the time at least. I hope so, Patty. I think that's the most cryptic message I've ever gotten for somebody. Like, is she a baseball player? Go low on the pitches, swing low. Okay, I think it's time for me to take off. Everybody have a fantastic, fantastic day. I hope to see you back here the next time I'm here, and I'm hoping that that will be tomorrow. Thank you so much for keeping me company and keeping me on my toes. I do appreciate it. Peace out. Don't forget about my gifts.